What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of You Don't Know Ball. That was pretty fast.
That was quick.
That was like if I said it.
Yeah, no, literally. Bro,
Dobbs speed.
all right, just real quick to start off. Dobbs, whenever I'm editing and you're talking, it can't transcribe you.
No,
I talk too fast.
I do. But you can normally like make it out to transcribe yourself, right? It happens to me too.
So yeah, week 18 is in the books and we have playoffs. I'm pumped.
It's exciting, but also kind of sad.
Yeah.
College football just wrapped up, and now this is about to wrap up.
What a depressing end to this college football season too.
And I know you get 2 weeks in between the Super Bowl. That sucks. But playoff football.
Wait, it's 2 weeks between the Super Bowl now?
Oh, it's always been 2 weeks, I think.
You mean 1 week off?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
That's what I thought.
It's 2 weeks from the NFC champion or the championship games.
Oh yeah,
but
it's 2 weeks from. Yeah.
This point got lost in
okay.
translation.
Yeah.
I see what he's saying.
Damn, you good over there? I'm just making sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah, how do you guys want to start off?
Playoffs. We can talk brackets.
I love me some playoff talk.
All right, how about the Dubs? Do you have something?
Well, I was gonna say we can start with news or the bracket.
Do you have
got
some news?
Well, I do. I got a lot of news we were gonna talk about. Let me just pull up my notes here. Let's see what the most pertinent thing was.
I'll go first. To get some of your news out of the way, Roquan Smith signed a mega extension. What are our thoughts and feelings?
You go ahead first because you were the main one that said it.
Yeah, I mean,
It means that
probably Lamar's gone. I don't think it's ever a good sign that they give a bag to a guy they just traded for 8 weeks ago, 10 weeks ago, whatever it was. It's not a good sign. If you try to give him the franchise tag, probably not happening. I don't think he'll play on that. He knows what he's worth. I mean, and I feel bad for my brother, man. I texted my actual brother.
I thought you were saying that.
That was so funny.
I thought you were talking about
my mom texted in our group chat with us too and was like, Roquan got extended. I was like, yeah, that's awesome. Happy for him. But also bad news for Lamar, but he just didn't respond. I think he knows it's coming.
Sorry, Calvin.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
The first thing that I thought of too is I feel bad for Lamar just in the fact that I think we all know that Lamar is just a pretty good guy too. Like he balls out for his team. He puts his team first. He seems like a very team oriented guy. And, he didn't want to play this year without a contract and things didn't work out. So he ended up going off on his word and he just ended up playing. And the thing that everyone was worried about was him getting hurt, and it happened. And it's definitely going to play a factor into the contract negotiations now. So I don't know. I feel bad for him personally because he really did want to get that contract extended first before the season started, and it didn't work out. And now here we are.
I just think like these teams, just if you want to look at it from like a financial aspect, when you don't pay these players early, you end up paying more in the long run. Like he's going to, I think the biggest thing with his contract is the guaranteed money. Okay, but now you are going to try to franchise tag him, which is probably he feels disrespected by. They already paid Roquan 5 years, $100 million. Regardless if they want to give him that guaranteed money or not, there are other teams that will. So like it's just putting your franchise in a bad spot. I mean, like how often do you have an MVP quarterback?
Right. Yeah. I mean, they just keep slapping him in the face, honestly, I feel like. And you got to be sick of it at some point. No receivers. You tried to get Bateman, just didn't work out. Hey, here's Deshaun Jackson, 35 years old. No. DeMarcus Robinson. No. Like, there's just so many times it's like, when will I be put first? The guy who won an MVP, the guy who's winning you these games, they average like 12 points a game without him this year. When is that a winning formula in any scenario? You can't rely on your defense all the time. Yeah, they've been playing great, but it's not going to work out most of the time.
And that's what I mean. Like, he just seems like a very humble and down-to-earth person. And, like, he continually puts his team before himself. And, like, it's gotten to the point where, like, he needs to put himself first. Like, if I'm Lamar, like, you're going and signing a deal somewhere else.
No, I agree with everything you guys are saying. Just a little counterpoint, though. I think you guys will agree. It's almost like in Lamar's shoes, he might be in one of the best situations for himself. And hear me out. That's why I say that. Because, like you said, he's going to get the franchise tag. all right, well, he's gonna get that money either way. He doesn't have to, if he takes, he's like, all right, give me the franchise tag, go fuck yourself. Now I just got paid $40 million to sit down the whole year. You got a whole year to think about what I'm gonna do. It's like the Ravens are the only one that's gonna be hurting. If he takes that money, he gets to sit down for a whole year and think about what he wants to do.
Does
rest
he get
up.
paid?
Oh yeah, no. If he got the franchise tag, he would just take it and just sit. He'd be like, thanks for the money. That's why you didn't want to franchise tag me. That's on y'all. So that's the whole thing. So my thing is that what makes this so weird is in a way this kind of feels like it's like they're kind of, and I know they're not, but it feels like it. It feels like they're pushing Lamar out of the door. This feels like one of those situations where it's kind of like we're kind of just waiting for him to say that he's going to leave, to not sign that deal. But obviously Lamar's like the last guy you want to do that with. So the whole situation just makes absolutely no sense. And I don't know what the Ravens are cooking.
This is my last point, and then we can move on. Could this be like a good thing for his career? He can get out of that offense and actually throw the weapons, and like you don't have to rely on your legs all the time. Maybe you don't get hurt as often. Like I don't know, maybe Miami. Oh, you got two of the fastest receivers. The Jets, you got receivers there. Like
That offense would be crazy.
I think it could. It's going to help him because that offense. Just
Honestly, if I were to guess, I know I was gassing up Atlanta and stuff, but I actually do think that's a possibility too. I just think that since he's from like Miami and the Southeast, like even if it's Atlanta, Miami, obviously, like one of those teams, like I think he's going to be like in that region for sure.
I just thought of a little thing too, just because it was to what you're saying, Dylan. It made me think. If he did the whole thing where he got franchise tagged and was like, I'm not playing for you guys, I'm sure they would not just sit on him and not let him play. I'm sure what they would do is they probably start organizing a trade with somebody that could extend him for a long-term deal or something like that. That's probably what they would do. But either way, that's obviously not the route they want to go. And like, that's just not, no Ravens fan wants to see that happen.
Honestly, I think also like the Ravens are kind of doing that maybe as protection. So he doesn't just walk free. Like they can actually trade him for something too. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know it's a joke, but Detroit would be kind of a crazy place for him to play.
I just don't see him personally.
Honestly,
He won't.
I think everyone kind of cheese at Lamar in Detroit uniform.
That would be
I think
ridiculous.
It would just be so goofy, dude.
Yeah, that would be for sure mind blowing, and I would be very upset.
We need to get that jersey swap. I've seen Atlanta. I've seen New York. I've seen Miami. I haven't seen Detroit yet.
Not any Detroit jersey swappers out there. There's like no Photoshop people that are Lions fans. We got to like take it over for them.
Because this is the first time where people would actually like willingly swap into Detroit.
Right,
like, you
right.
know, so.
Whoa, come
that's
on, bro. They commented on our post.
Well, he's
I'm
thinking
kidding,
it's
I'm
a new
kidding,
era
I'm
in
kidding.
Detroit. It might be time. Maybe Lamar's thinking, those hot Lions.
Possibly.
What's next?
Let's maybe do some predictions, some playoffs.
Oh, let's do this first.
Okay, switcheroony.
No, playoff
No,
brackets.
you're good.
Live
You're good.
swapperoonie.
You're good. You're good.
One
Live-
team to upset this year in the
Oh,
playoffs.
that's a good one. That's
What low seed is going to advance?
Jaguars.
They're
New
the
York Giants.
they're the higher seed, but they are probably not the favorite.
Okay, my bad.
I would accept that though.
Okay, yeah. Because to me, they kind of are
What's
the seventh
What's the
seed.
spread?
Yeah, no, they
It's
are.
minus
Those are
1
fake
plus
7
1.
seed.
Literally.
Really?
I think it's gone down. It's opened at 2.5, and I think it's down to
For the
1.
Chargers?
2.5 for Chargers, and I think it's down to 1.
Hmm.
You said Giants. I'm gonna save mine for my actual bracket.
Come on, man. That's why we're doing
No,
it.
it's gonna ruin it. It's gonna ruin it.
I'm with the Giants as well.
I've got a huge explanation for it.
I really don't see one other than the
Bros-
Giants, and like if you count Tampa Bay, because a lot of people think the Cowboys.
they
are probably gonna win.
technically are the underdog, but a lot of people do believe they win.
Tampa.
Yeah, Tampa. They're 3-point.
You think a lot of people think they win?
I think so.
Yeah.
From the most of that I've seen and heard, I think a lot of people are
I
expecting.
think home field plays a huge factor in that because
Yeah.
if it was in Dallas, I think no one would really.
Yeah, true. Who wants to do their bracket first then? Anyone?
Shoot, I'll go.
Oh,
Oh, Jobs, go ahead.
go ahead.
All right, boys. I'm just gonna look at Tyler's screen because Tyler's already got it up here. Starting with the Chargers at the Jags. I'm not even just saying to say it. Honestly, I'm not. I want them to win. I do think they're going to do it too. I think the Jaguars are rolling in hot. They got something to prove. Doug Peterson's a really smart coach. Staley, they lose this game. Staley gets replaced. It's just kind of could it be? Could it be? With Sean Payton? I don't know. That's a long shot, but all in all, I do see the Jaguars winning that game. Then we got the Ravens at the Bengals. I got to go Bengals. The Bengals, they're hot. They want to get back. I don't even think Lamar is playing. I mean, just you got to give me the Bengals on that one. And then the Dolphins at the Bills, like I mean, like realistically, there's just no way I cannot take the Bills, and I really don't see any situation in which the Bills don't walk out of the. Come on. And then with the Bucks, the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are gonna win, but I do think the Bucks are gonna make it a hell for them. I think it's gonna be a lot closer than people think. That's how I see that one going. I see the Giants beating the Vikings by like 2 touchdowns. Like I think the Vikings are gonna show up and just. And I respect the Vikings more in the playoffs. It's like a low seed. Like it's like this weird dynamic where like if they stroll in as like the 5th, 6th seed, they're scary. I don't trust them right now.
Is that because of?
It's partially because of the Saints, but even just whenever they're like the 1 seed and or anything up high, I'm not trusting them. Like that's.
Dobbs, I'm gonna be honest. I could not believe that the Vikings won that game.
This is their year to turn. This is going to be their version of that. So this is why I see this is. That's why I see this happening. But I also think the Giants are just a disciplined team. I think they're going to show up and upset them. And then, obviously, I don't think Seahawks are going to win. But in some weird situation, I can see them pulling it off by like a bunch of mistakes, some fumbles from the Niners. I can see it happening, but I do think the Niners are going to win.
So, do you want to finish off the rest of it?
Oh,
or?
yeah.
Are we going to go through the entire one or just first round?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
I say we do first round. Just first round.
Just first round. And we'll come back to the next week.
And like after this, we can talk about who realistically you think will win at all.
I like that.
All right.
Just keep it.
100%. Who wants to go next? Me? You?
You got it, bro.
All right.
I know you're excited.
I'll start from bottom up on both sides here. So starting off with Seattle, San Fran. I'm not really sure this is close. The spread's at 10 for a reason. And I think the Niners steamroll them. That defense, there's too much to overcome. Bosa's going to get after it. I know this is a popular pick. I really don't know who wins this game. I kind of hate it. Giants, Minnesota. Like you said, Dabo's a really good coach. All right, I'll take Giants. I don't really like that game. Dallas, Tampa is one I wanted to talk about a little more. I gotta take the Cowboys because I've been a hype beast. Said it 2 years in a row that they were going to go on a run. Last year it failed me epically, and hopefully not this year. I think Cowboys win in a close one. It just really depends. Is Worth playing? Is Ryan Jensen back? No, I think that D-line might be too much to handle for the Bucs to handle. And then, I see the Cowboys. That's so scary, Tom. I know this is going to bite me in the ass, but I'm going to go with Cowboys here. We'll go to the AFC side. Miami, Buffalo, Tua playing or not, Buffalo wins. I don't care. This I think this is their year. Team of destiny. A lot of things going wrong their way throughout the whole year. I'm going to give Buffalo the win. Baltimore, Cincy. I think this game could be closer than people think. It's a division matchup. They just played last week. Bengals played everyone. Ravens did not. There was a bunch of fumbles and picks in there for Anthony Brown and company. I think it's going to be close, but I'm going to go with the Bengals here. I think
They're so hot right now.
they are on fire. But leave it to John Harbaugh to cook something up. They've got a good defense still. And then this should be no surprise if you know me and on the show. I'm gonna take. I gotta take the Chargers here. I just think that they have been playing great football as of late. I know they just lost Week 18, but Week 18, I take that with a grain of salt because I'm not really sure if like teams care that much that are in already and all that stuff. So I take that out of the window. But before that, they've been on a roll. Defense is playing lights out. Bosa's back. Rashawn Slater got taken off IR today. I don't know if anyone saw. He's not playing this Saturday, but maybe that's a piece if they do advance. And in this case, I think they will. Mike Williams, hopefully healthy. And while I'm on that subject, I need to take a couple seconds here to just go after Brandon Staley. Why? That's just my question. Why in the hell are you playing your starters in a meaningless Week 18 game? And I hate saying this, but this is what you get, kind of. You played your guys thinking it was, I don't know what you thought it was, but it's not. That wasn't it. Playing your guys. Mike Williams got hurt. Like, what are you doing, man? I know the Chiefs played everyone. That they had to play for the 1 seed, though. You couldn't move up or down in seeding. And I think you would prefer to play the Jags anyways than other teams. But, I mean, what are you doing? Because what if Eckler got hurt? What if, I'm just saying.
Can I ask you a question on this? Do you think the fact that they got beat by a division rival that is sub 500 does anything to their momentum or like confidence?
I don't think so.
Okay.
As I said, I don't think week 18 is really like, I don't take it with a grain of salt. I know a lot of people were talking about the Cowboys and stuff, but they were locked in their spots. Like, they're not moving up or down. I don't know why again, in that same situation, I don't know why you played anyone.
The only bad thing though is that like they were like losing when all the stars were playing.
Yeah, that's horrible. I understand. That's bad.
Because then they put in like Chase Daniels and stuff, and yeah.
But again, it's like, why is that even? And like the thing is, like, are they going full throttle? Like, I don't even know.
Probably
like,
not.
It's so hard to tell in these games, these week 18 games, if someone's actually trying or not. And I don't know.
Well, like this, I wasn't going to bring it up because I don't know if you're going to bring it up or not, but I'm glad you did. This is what I'm not understanding, because if someone could help me understand this, it's not like the Chargers are just some other team that stays healthy. They are literally the Chargers.
Yeah.
Like this is their thing. They don't stay healthy. I don't know, dude. It's like a book. I can't make this shit up.
Yeah, and right. They're cursed almost with injuries. What are you doing? Mike Will, two most injury prone receivers this year. Oh, damn near. Let's play them both. Oh, what happens to get hurt? Interesting. Like, come on. Fucking be better. That just pisses me off because I'm a Herbert believer like no other. And God damn it, I would love to see him with all of his damn weapons in a playoff game.
I mean, he'll have Josh Palmer regardless. So
wide receiver 1.
I was gonna bring that up later if we're gonna talk X factors, but
real shit.
Raw.
What if he's like, no, hell no, he's not the X factor. Like,
I don't respect him. I don't respect him that much.
Just because I gas him up.
No. I just don't think he's good.
He's all right.
He's good 3 for sure. I would love to have him as a 3 on my team.
1.
Ain't no 1.
All right, I'm going to go through mine real quick. I'm going to start out with Seattle and San Francisco. 49ers win, but like I was saying this a ton before the pod, they've won like 10 in a row or something. Like, I'm a strong believer in you can only stay hot for so long, and it's just like it might not even be their doing. Like, everything could just go wrong for them on that day. You know what I mean? And they might not even be playing that bad. It's just everything went wrong for them. I love the 49ers. I gas up Shanahan at every chance I get. It drives Hunter crazy. But like, I could so see them just like losing a random game. Especially because the narrative the last couple of years was like, or at least last year was 6th seed going into Green Bay. No one really thought they were going to win.
That's true.
They knocked them off and stuff. And then they went all the way to the NFC Championship game. Like, now they are the Green Bay. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know.
Can I play devil's advocate?
They're a very good team. Defense is fucking crazy. The weapons are nuts. Purdy's been balling out too. It's just like, you won 10 games in a row. How long could it last for?
No, but this is where I'm going to play devil's advocate or whatever you want to call it. Like, in baseball, they say you gotta be playing your best baseball when it comes time to in October and etc. So like, it could be a bad thing, but it also could be a good thing. 10 in a row is a lot of fucking games.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it's a lot
if
of
they
games.
won 5 in a row,
That's perfect. But 10 is a whole
that's
lot.
the sweet spot.
I understand, yeah. But it's like everyone's on the same page. They're fired up. Like, I don't know. But I do get what you're saying. It is very, very scary.
It is. But with that being said, I'm taking 49ers. I'm going to go Giants. They just played recently. It was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. And correct me if I'm wrong. I think the Vikings won on a game-winning field goal.
I think it was a long field goal,
like
too.
62 or
Like,
something.
From Joseph, yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Giants are a feisty team. Vikings are frauds. We talked about it already. Dude, I honestly didn't even have a pick for this game before this right now. So
it's scary. Probably the scariest game of the weekend. And it's on a Monday. So you got to wait all weekend for it.
like, my logic's telling me Dallas because they're the better team and they have been all year. But there's just something.
It's Tom.
The Bucks are at home too. And they actually look, I know it's the Panthers, a bad Panthers team. Well, they almost won the division actually, so never mind. But I don't know. He was hitting deep throws, and that's all I care about really, because that was like the one missing part of their offense. I'm going to go with Tampa. I can't fade home field. I can't fade home field.
We got a live pick here.
Buffalo, obviously. Cincinnati. Dude, these 4-5 matchups are fucked. I'm gonna go Chargers.
Wow.
I'm only going Chargers so I can.
Be on my team?
No, like if Herbert doesn't win, bro, it's
Fucking out of here.
Oh no.
He's going to go 30 for 35, and the defense is going to sell him. I promise you.
In the warm-ups or
Huh?
in warm-ups?
Oh, he does that in regular season games.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
bet.
He does. He's not a
We don't
warm-up.
know. He's never been
no,
to the
but
playoffs
in all
before.
seriousness,
That's just idiotic.
the Chargers should win this game. It's really gonna be like Brandon Staley selling them. I really believe that. Like he's gonna fuck up in some fashion.
Don't put that in the universe.
Bro's gonna call a fake punt when they're down like 10 and shit. Like, it's a bunch of mishaps.
I think that game could be one of the better ones of the weekend. Personally,
It will be.
I think it, and I love that it's the primetime slot on Saturday. Nice, nightcap. I think it's gonna be cool. Herbert, Lawrence, you got all the storylines. I mean, most of these teams, you're gonna see these teams for a whole long time in the playoffs. These QB matchups, and it's gonna be so exciting to watch. I love it. Actually, it's gonna be sick.
I really think the Bills, Bengals, and Chiefs are like a lock for the playoffs the next 5 years.
I don't have an argument against you. Other than maybe, no, Mahomes will be all right. Like I'm saying, when Kelsey goes,
Come on, bro. They got Noah Gray.
It's still Mahomes.
They're reloaded.
I know,
Yeah,
but
they're reloaded, bro.
I understand, but no one is. I don't think you can try and beat Kelsey all you want, but it's just ain't no way.
Bro, what do you mean? It's Noah Gray.
It's Noah Gray. Come on, bro.
But that is
I
something.
love griffing random generic players.
He
He actually looks decent though. I'm not
he's the
gonna lie.
most generic.
Bro, Mahomes-
He's no Kelsey, but he's decent.
Right, yeah, like it's still a home
Average.
story to him.
Wasn't he good in college too?
I don't even know the fuck the kid went to college. I'll be honest with you.
I want to say it was like Duke or UNC.
Sounds about right.
That does sound about right.
Duke.
Mm,
Right there, college.
Yeah, Duke.
Oh, you know your shit, huh?
Carolina.
Ooh.
Sorry,
Almost knocked down my
bro.
cup of Joe.
Yeah. So while Hunter's resetting the cameras and he's back, bro, I want to say he was like their 5th best receiver this year.
I mean, probably.
This was Mahomes'
Mahomes
oddest
just
year.
finds everyone.
Yeah, this
at
is
this point.
Yeah, he's a goat.
Okay, so
Not my goat, personally.
that's
fair.
fine.
Why did you have to say that's fine? Damn.
You know I was gonna say.
Yeah, I knew you were, but him? Damn.
So Tampa, Dallas. I'm going to take Tampa just because I don't know. I just feel like you can never count out Tom, and I feel like everything is against him this year. So I feel like he has to prove something. And Dallas, I don't know. I just haven't been hot on them the last couple weeks. I get where the hate for the Vikings is coming from, but I still think they pull out round 1. I mean, you look at the Giants team, and then just from a pure talent perspective, Vikings, San Francisco, I think beats Seattle a lot more. I just think they beat them. It's not. I don't think it's gonna be very close. Bills, I think, depending on if Tua plays, I don't think it's going to be that much different, but I think the Bills will wipe them. I don't really see the Ravens putting up a chance against the Bengals, regardless if it's a divisional game. But Chargers, Jaguars. Okay, I'm going to go Jacksonville. And I think while I agree with the part of Staley selling, I think personally, Doug Peterson and his experience in the playoffs, winning a Super Bowl, and I think honestly, I don't know. I feel like Trevor Lawrence is built for the big moment a little bit more than Herbert.
You just love to hate on
I
him.
just think he did it more in college.
Because, compare the schools.
But that's what I'm saying. But I'm not.
It's not close.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not Herbert's fault. But situationally, I'm gonna take him.
Yeah, sure. I get what you're saying with big game experience. I'm all for big game experience.
You are the
I
main
love it.
big game
I love
experience,
it. I
buddy.
understand. Yes, but Oregon has not even come close to Clemson at a talent-wise, a program-wise,
Exactly.
anything.
Exactly.
So
I just need to bring this up real quick because Dylan will know what I'm talking about. Dylan is gonna know what I'm talking about because I've literally brought this up for like 4 years now.
I have no idea what you're gonna say.
You're gonna remember this though because I've been bringing this up for like 3 or 4 years and I can never remember. Maybe Tyler will be able to help me because he's a stan. What game it was? Because I'm gonna turn this into a clip.
Oh, when he threw it out the back of the end
If Tyler
zone?
can't help me, I'm gonna turn this into
You
a
just
clip and
launch that bitch.
someone in the crowd is gonna help me because it's someone in the audience. Because it was the funniest thing. I always
Someone in
remember
the crowd.
this. It was either a conference championship game or a bowl game. And I believe it was his second to last year. I don't think it was his last. I don't think it was his senior year. And I remember it was 35-38. I'm almost positive that was a score. Like it was something very close to that. And they had one like last, or no, it was like 41-35. Like they could have scored the touchdown, but they were like the 15-yard line with like one play left. They had to score on this play, right? Like they had like chunks where they had to like just shooting in the red zone kind of thing. Like probably like the 15-20-yard line. And it was the last play of the game. And I remember like he's just like rolling around his time in the pocket, and he like. And again, this is not indictment.
Herbert or Lawrence?
Herbert. But this man literally like launches the ball like 50 yards into the crowd, bro. Like I'm talking about like literally it goes over like the goalpost, like bro, into the stands. And the announcer just like, oh, like bro, like literally everyone's like, what? Like bro,
TLaw didn't do that.
It's like, it was literally one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Because this was back when I was a Herbert hater. Back was under the impression, oh, he's overrated. It's just the arm talent. And I remember watching it live being like, head ass, like literally like some shit you can't even make up. Like he literally just launched it. If somebody can find me the clip of that, because I've tried for years to find this, I cannot find it. It just to show him.
I'm trying to
Okay, real
think,
shit.
No.
Next
But-
10 years of your franchise, would you rather have Herbert or Lawrence?
Herbert, no question. It's close, but it's Herbert.
I'm taking Lawrence.
That's fine. You just hate on him.
No, I don't.
Yes,
I
you
would take
do.
Herbert. I would.
You say he's not a winner, but he has, I think, 8 game-winning drives this year. I think he's got
That's
like
wrong.
20.
I hate to admit this because I thought I had one looking up game-winning drives.
He's
and
got so many.
he has more than Mahomes since he's entered the league. Like he has more than a lot of quarterbacks. He has 12.
He's got so many. He's a GOAT. He's a GOAT. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
And I heard you
Whoa.
say, "Oh, TLaw didn't do that." TLaw got his ass whipped by Ohio State in a big game.
Wait, was Oregon in the college football playoffs?
No, they weren't.
Oh,
But they were
okay.
close. It's called about the team and the program around you.
Bet.
So let's slow it down.
That's okay.
Clemson's obviously.
You know who also has a lot of game-winning drives? Derek Carr. He has 33 in his career.
He's been in the league for 10
I think there
years.
is
But that's what
something.
I'm
I think there is
Wait, are
something
you serious?
to not being in the lead prior to the game as well, if that makes sense. Like where it comes down to like that situation. I'm not saying that's I'm not knocking Herbert. I'm just saying I think that happens to a lot of quarterbacks where if they're not on the best team, they're not in the lead and then they have to bail them out. But I think it's important for teams to play good winning football too.
Wait,
To
just
say-
side note, we're not going to even address after this, but Derek Carr has 2 full winning seasons of game-winning drives.
That's
Like,
insane.
what? That is absurd. I'm sorry. Don't worry.
No, that's true. That's absurd.
That is actually insane.
No, that's the only thing. It's not even like I said. It's not. I'm not knocking Herbert. It's just like for him to take like the next step. Like, and a lot of it has to do with coaching too. Like I'll first want to admit that Joe Lombardi's a dumbass and Brandon Staley somehow manages a way to put his team in harm's way when it doesn't. They don't need to be at all. You know what I mean?
Staley, the most privileged coach in the league with Justin Herbert on his
Dude,
side.
that's what I'm saying. So many.
He might be.
There's a lot of coaches that are like that too. It's crazy. If they didn't have Herbert and if he had like a
Oh, it was done last
average
year.
quarterback, bro, they would have lost so many more games. What was I talking about? Oh, the next step in Herbert's progression, I think for me is personally, is just like play good winning football most of the season and be up in games a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I said, a lot of that's coaching.
But it's hard to do with Michael Bandy, DeAndre Carter, and Josh Palmer as your receivers for 4 games.
on, dude.
If for 4 games, they would be a 12-win team, 13-win team if those guys weren't hurt.
No,
If Keenan and Mike Will were not hurt, that is a 12 to 13 win
Wait,
team.
how
You
did,
can't tell me wrong.
I'm not
How
disagreeing.
did the Giants make the playoffs? Who's their receivers?
That's just great coaching.
Oh, okay. I forgot.
Is it or is it not?
So,
Is it or is it
great
not?
coaching just fixed the Giants' practice squad receivers.
You thought QB wins are a stat. I don't want to hear that. from
You know what?
So
My
no.
opinion has
So
changed
stop.
on this.
Stop.
But still,
Stop.
it still doesn't take away the fact. Listen,
Stop.
I think I'm not saying it's a quarterback stat. I think it's important though for
Yeah,
good
that's what I'm
quarterbacks.
saying.
And who's their DC? Is it Wink Martindale?
Wait, which team? I'm sorry, which team?
the Giants.
The Giants. Who's
Yes.
their DC? Is it Martindale?
Yeah.
Great coach. He was with the Ravens.
Yeah, no, I
He's
didn't
been-
think it was
that-
going to work out for the Giants, but
Amazing. They've got great coaching over there. They know what to do with their talent. Can't say the same with the Chargers at all. You can never probably say that with the Chargers. When's the last time it's been like, oh, we've got both players and the coaching. It's been pretty tough to say that. Norv Turner,
So what happens if he doesn't win this first game?
I'm not worried that he's not.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to be close.
So Herbert to the Super Bowl?
That's for a later date. And
Stop.
He believes it a little bit.
they could.
Stop.
What? But that's why I thought we were going into
if
all
Staley
of it.
finds himself in the
that's
bowl.
because-
upset. Yeah.
If they play the Chiefs, that's their third time playing them this year. And I know the
I
Chiefs
hate
are
that.
much better.
I
I
hate
know the
that.
Chiefs are much better.
Yeah.
Hard to
I
beat
get
a
what you're
team
saying.
three times.
I
Yeah.
hate it. I
The
hate
first-
that.
impossible.
The first one, they didn't play with Keenan. The second one, Mike Will went out with
So
3 quarters left. I'm just saying, it's weird playing 3 times.
that was my concern with the Bills
Wait, they
playing the
wouldn't-
Dolphins because the last time they played the Dolphins,
Yeah.
They'd be the
They
5.
kinda had 'em
Unless
on the
Ravens
ropes.
No, yeah,
Who?
like
I'm saying like that's why I was a little bit worried about if Tua played versus the Bills because the last time they played, they had the Bills kind of stressing.
Mike McDaniel knows how to play him.
That's so like that was
That
my
game
concern.
was weird. And this is
The first game?
The second one.
Second one.
They won the first one. But the second one, I was talking about it with Grant today in the chat. It's like that game went like they got so many opportunities. I think Josh Allen threw a pick in the red zone. I think at like the 5. They fumbled at midfield. Like the Bills fumbled at midfield. There were so many things that went the Dolphins' way and they just couldn't pull it out. So it's like
I also want to say that, like, I know Josh Allen's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, but like he definitely needs to clean it up if they want to
Yeah.
win a Super Bowl.
oh yeah.
And it's like, I'm not even saying like, whoa, it almost fell in my pocket.
Whoa, the
Dobbs,
burrito money.
$10. Yeah, burrito money. It's like actually like not alarming, but it's just like something that needs to happen if they want to win a Super Bowl. Like he's played good, but he hasn't played like Super Bowl winning football the last like however many weeks.
What Josh Allen feels like to me is it feels like he got really good, right? Like he cleaned up a lot of the mistakes. And I feel like because he got so good, he's kind of regressing a little bit because he's just like going back to just like
There were
trying
some
to-
throws
yeah.
at the beginning of the year, maybe middle of the year, where it was just like it looked like rookie year Josh Allen.
Yeah.
It was like, what are you doing throwing that? And there was not even a receiver like near the guy or whatever. It's like it was bizarre.
I think now that it's playoff time, I think you're going to see him go full tilt. I think he's going to run a lot more. I think he's just going to take the game into his hands, and it doesn't matter because I feel like he's that type of gamer. Like, it's me or, like, get the fuck out of the way. I think he's just that, like, in his head. I think he's just built that way. Like, when the time's on, like, the playoff game last year against the Chiefs, man, he was going to score on one of those last drives. It was inevitable. Like he was going to do whatever it took, and that's what I'd like.
We have the rule now.
Ooh, we do have the rule. That'll be interesting for sure.
I honestly hope we get an overtime game.
It'll be cool
Oh,
to
yeah.
see it. Yeah.
Oh, my thing about Josh Allen is, and I think you guys agree with this, it's a good problem to have. I think that he makes the most of his mistakes when he decides, like himself, like, you know what, I'm taking things in my own hands and we're scoring this drive. Like we're going to score no matter what. And it's a dangerous mindset to have sometimes because you're forcing it. And I think what he needs to do is he just needs to say, look, man, we are a great team. If we go down here and score 3, we're going to be like, we will probably be fine. The defense is going to do its job. I'm going to come score touchdowns sooner than later. They have to be fine just, stalling out at the 40-yard line, stalling out at the 35, stalling out at the 45. Like they have to be pinning them. Because I think a lot of times he's very adamant on like, I'm going to make a play on 4th and 15 or 3rd and 15. I'm going to make a play on, you know what I mean? And that's when things go wrong. He's just got to be cool, taking a sack, throwing it away, punt, kicking the field goal. And they're going to be fine. If they can just do that the whole playoff run, they're going to be just
See,
fine.
that's what I'm saying. Like on the 3rd and 15s, he's got that mindset. Like I can get that, and it doesn't matter. Like I know Mahomes and a couple others have it, but it's like I'm better than these guys, and I feel like it's most of the time in those scenarios where he's gonna, try and run or make a crazy throw and put ball in the harm's way. But again, like I would like that in a quarterback. Like he believes in himself to go get this in a big moment in a big spot. I don't know.
When the Chiefs when they first went to the Super Bowl against the 49ers, that entire like postseason, even that year, like watching Mahomes play, I am in fantasy. Come on. Dude, it was crazy. They'd get into like 3rd and 20, 3rd and 15. They didn't care.
No,
they would convert it like it was nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I've never seen anything like that before in my life. And honestly, Josh Allen has done it this year too, where it like looked like Mahomes and the Chiefs doing that, where 3rd and 13, 3rd and 14, 3rd and 17, just throws a strike over the middle and they just keep marching. It's crazy.
And it's almost like they've got two. I think they know in their head, like they probably have 2 plays to get that if it's a crucial down.
For sure.
And on 3rd and 15, 3rd and 17, teams are probably going to play softer coverage. And opens up run lanes for Josh. I know Mahomes is a good runner, but he's not Josh's level running. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like those guys, those mentalities, I don't know if you can ever take it out of them. Like, don't throw this ball or don't, like, because they know they got it.
My problem with the Bills right now is, and I think you guys will agree with this, and it's because it's tough to watch, especially because I had Gabe Davis fancy. Like, so my thing is, it's always just like, it kind of seems like Josh Allen almost kind of like, it's not Josh Allen, it's the play calling. But the play calling, it seems kind of like they kind of pick who's going to be the number 1 receiver that week, whether it's Isaiah McKenzie or Stephon Diggs. And then it's like Gabe Davis is just kind of getting 2 or 3 targets a game. And it's like, can we try to get everyone involved on the same day? Like get 7, 8 targets to the whole squad? Because that's what they're going to need to do in the playoffs. That whole, let's target Stephon 15 times, get him 6 catches for 45 yards and get Davis 20 yards. And that's not going to work. It's not. They got to get everyone going. I want to see Stephon with 100 yards. I want to see Gabe with 75. I want to see McKenzie with 50. Let's get Singletary with 30. Let's get the screen game rolling because they're stagnating and their great defense has been bailing them out. Everything they've been able to turn the ball over 3 times a game with still winning. That shit's not going to fly anymore. Like they really need to clean it up.
And the one thing also about the Bills that's been kind of weird too, it's like I think it got cleaned up a little bit the last few weeks of the year, but Stephon Diggs would be like 1 catch through the first half, and then he gets frustrated, and then like the next drive they like throw it to him like 3-4 times to get him more involved and stuff. Like that shouldn't be happening. Like Diggs should just naturally be involved in the offense. And it should just like that's all the good teams do it like that, where when Tom Brady's on, like Mike Evans, Chris Godwin are both getting theirs throughout the course of the game. Like it's not like we're going to target this guy super heavy at one point and then this guy. It just happens through like the fluidity of the offense. And it's just like they haven't really had that.
Now, our Sunday was a big game for Diggs and for his confidence, I think, and like getting the team, the team seeing that and stuff like that. Because it's been pretty visible that he's upset lately. And they didn't play the Bengals game, of course, but before that, it wasn't really smooth sailing for them.
You want to do X Factors?
I was just about to say, yeah.
Cheesing.
We want to do 1, 3.
I would say 1. We
1?
can do more, but it's
1
up to
for
you guys.
AFC, 1 for NFC.
Oh, I thought we were each going to do 1.
I like AFC, NFC.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I'm down. I'll go if you guys want to start up. I think for my AFC, I'm gonna go. I know this is a little out there, but Jerick McKinnon. I think the Chiefs, every time they're in the playoffs, they get someone incorporated. I mean, like, didn't he break the receiving record for running backs this year?
I think it was the touchdowns for running backs.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
probably
saying. That's what I
touchdowns,
meant.
yeah.
That's what I meant. I think he had 9.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, Dylan, we briefly talked about it before the pod today, but like, I feel like Mahomes just trusts him. So like, I think he's someone that it's like teams aren't necessarily like super, super focused on, but someone who can make like a big difference in their game. NFC, that's tough. I mean, you look at the Eagles, and I know everyone looks at like, I don't know. I think Devonta Smith has had a great, great year. And I think, but he's just been overshadowed by Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Goddard. I think he's one of those guys that he can show up. He'll just show up. I mean, he's so like, his catcher is so like acrobatic. Like he can just go up and get it. And I think people are really undervaluing him. I think he's going to be a big part in the Eagles' success if they, move on after that first round.
Jerick McKinnon was also like their running back last year in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk just a little bit on McKinnon. It's got to be, it's huge. A passing game and him being involved in that is just ginormous in the playoffs. That's your safety blanket. That's your checkdowns, all that stuff. Especially this guy who's quick as hell. If he makes the first man miss, it's almost a guaranteed 7-8 yards, maybe first down. That's huge almost every time. And like you said, Mahomes trusts him. I mean, you got to put the guy in the field. And they don't really, I don't think they throw to Pacheco.
No,
Like,
they
'cause
never do. They never do.
Yeah, when I was watching the Chiefs, because I had Pacheco in fantasy, I knew when they would run the ball, Pacheco's in. They would keep him in on pass plays, but he'd be like the little decoy. And he'd be like run a half-ass like swing route. Wouldn't do much. McKinnon comes in, pass. They really run with him, honestly. So it is kind of like a telling thing, but I think that he could be a huge role.
No, I agree. I think Jared McKinnon is going to be huge for them. I'm going to surprise you guys for my X factor for this week on the AFC. You know who's going to be the most important player for their team? Justin Tucker.
Ooh.
Because if they have any chance to win that game, he's going to have to kick like 4 or 5 field goals. That's a fact.
Yeah, they're not getting in the end zone. Come on.
He's going to have to hit some bangers, and in that ice cold Cincinnati weather. If there's anyone who's going to do it, it's going to be him. So I do think Justin Tucker's the most valuable guy on this slate for the AFC, and then for the NFC. Oh, would it be crazy to say Brian Dable? I think Brian Dable's the X factor for the NFC.
Those came out of left field, I'll tell you that. A kicker and a coach. Fuck yeah. That's cool.
You think Dable could do any snaps at O-line?
Low-key, if someone gets injured, he can just pop out. That's kind of why I was thinking
with that goatee he's got on.
Right guard.
I'd be afraid of him.
He looks so gross.
He would be a mean center.
He just looks like a meatball.
Picture in Madden.
Bro. He
It's
looks
hilarious.
like some hick dude from the South.
That's hilarious, though.
It's tough.
It's kind of it's funny.
He'd be cool to get a beer with him, though.
I think
for sure. No, I'm just saying, like,
cool guy to get a beer with,
bro,
for sure.
Dable with a full beard looked like
he was our pick for Santa Claus, wasn't he?
Some Midwestern Joe or something. He had like a nice little. It wasn't anything. It was like scruffy.
Yeah.
He was our pick for Santa Claus when we were doing our guys that around we thought could be Santa Claus there in the NFL.
I don't even remember.
Dable was
that.
one of our
That's
guys.
hysterical.
Yeah, he was. I
Um,
think Dable would be the top guy that I would want to get a beer with. I think
top 5. Andy
Coach?
Reid might be
Coach?
Yeah.
McDaniel. Although isn't he sober now? Fuck.
No,
He
I'd
is?
want Dan Campbell for sure.
That'd be sick too.
That's fair. We went on a whole different tangent.
Yeah, go ahead,
that'd be
bro.
fun. That's a cool. We'll keep that in store for later.
Yeah,
In the off season, I think that could be huge. That'd be funny. I'm gonna start in the NFC, and it's got to be Pollard. I think not necessarily in an X factor. Yeah, I guess you could say X factor role, but he's got to play a big role. I think. Outside of CD in the passing game, it's kind of Like Schultz is good. Really haven't seen much from Gallup. Like T.Y. Hilton,
T.Y.
maybe he had the cool catch against the Eagles. Like, but someone else has to step up, and I think in the passing game that will be huge for them. I think he's got to at least break one off, like one of those swing routes or one of those, wheel routes. Something. I think that's maybe the biggest part of the game, in my opinion. I think Pollard has to get going and get involved early. They got to get you got to get your best guys touches right away, and I think that's Pollard with the Cowboys here. And AFC side of things, I don't really see many X factors in Miami Buffalo. I don't really see much in Chargers, Jags. It's got to be Josh Palmer. Josh Palmer needs to be a guy. If and this is coming out, in the next couple of days, I don't know if Mike Williams is playing or not. Even if Mike Williams is playing, he's got to be that guy in the slot and just get things open. I know Keenan plays in the slot a lot, and he's the option route guy and stuff. But I think Palmer, if he gets those 2 or 3 big catches, like first downs, maybe a 30-yard catch, just something to just open up the field more, I think Palmer's got to be the guy there. And I think they're going to need him a lot, especially Mike Williams' health. Maybe he gets hit wrong on Saturday. You're going to need someone to step up, and I think it's got to be Josh.
Don't even worry about it, bro.
I'm worried. No, I'm very
He has
worried.
you.
No, I'm worried.
He's got you.
No. I'm worried.
Come on.
He's got to. I think he's got to play well.
He will.
That's wide receiver 1.
Yeah. Come on now.
Maybe 3.
JP5.
No, ain't no JP5. Bro.
You got to cop his jersey this
He
offseason.
doesn't.
I do.
He hasn't done anything.
do.
He hasn't done anything to earn a 3-letter nickname, 2 letters, and
I feel like he might call himself that on his Instagram.
oh my
I
god.
follow him, by the way.
Smells
Why-
like a lot of hate.
No, I like him. He's just an okay player, but
Come
Oh,
on.
he's just okay.
Why just okay?
what you would? I'm sorry, I don't think that he's an
Let me check what his
all-world
final. I
receiver.
want to see what his final stats were on the year.
Probably not that good.
Probably better than I think, though. I feel
700.
yeah, so that's like more than I would have thought.
700 is a wide receiver 3. Kind of good. It's pretty good.
It's like borderline, like that is for some teams.
What
It's
do
like
you
wide
have?
receiver 2 territory.
What do you have?
I mean, like
It's
769. Just depends what team you're for. That's like wide receiver 2
That was
territory.
a random guess on my part. Maybe I just know him.
Maybe he's just your guy.
Dude, he has a swaggy Instagram.
He better be swaggy on the field. I don't care about no Instagram. Better be swaggy on the field on Saturday.
Who's your X Factors, Dylan?
Look at him. Looks raw.
It's not swaggy.
Hater.
Swaggy first round exit.
Oh.
See, you just be hating, bro. What did the Chargers do to you, bro?
They're just lame. They never do anything. They never do anything.
Okay, but why? But like, why do you
It's
hate?
because here's the thing.
Like-
It's because it's the same old song and dance every year. People hype them up, and it's the same damn shit. They're literally the Cowboys of the AFC.
If the Cowboys did not have a dynasty in the 1990s and 80s, that's literally the Chargers. Is that not? They're like if the Cowboys had no history.
What do they do?
They're
Like,
the same.
they're a small market team.
Who cares? Who cares? I don't care.
These guys
I don't
played in
care.
a soccer stadium 2 years ago.
Cool.
Like-
Fuck their franchise. I
Why?
don't care.
Why?
Because I don't care. Why should I care about them? They've done nothing.
So you probably like, I don't know, you probably think the Texans are cooler than them, which is lame.
I do fuck with them.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
David.
Well, you should fuck with the Texans too after what Davis Mills just did.
But I'm saying as a whole franchise as a whole.
To Houston.
I don't know.
You were on that train. That was top five
People are
funny.
like, no way this is happening.
Top five funniest
they would've been better
moments
than they were
on our
this year.
page for sure.
Ben Roethlisberger to Houston.
That is hilarious.
My X Factors are for the AFC. This might be a cop out. I'm just going to say QB play in the Chargers and Jacksonville game. Like either TLaw or Herbert, like it's going to come to them. Like it's going to be all on them. And I'm excited for that, to be honest.
I'm going to be locked in for
Might
sure.
be the most exciting game in the most unorthodox way.
Yeah, one of them for sure. For the NFC, I think I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna say Daniel Jones. Like I think there's a lot of riding on
Let's
him.
go.
Like the Giants can win football games. It's just if he plays well.
So you're saying, Buddy from Evil Dead. You're not.
Bro, we need to make that a meme.
We will soon.
What's the guy's name, or what's it called?
See, I don't know the actor's name, but the movie is Evil Dead, and so everyone knows Daniel Jones. It's an inside joke here. Daniel Jones looks like the dude from Evil Dead. I've never seen anybody besides us
I
bring
remember
this
when
up.
we talked about
He
this.
does. Daniel Jones is fake. The main character from Evil Dead 1 and 2. Fact. We're gonna have to like pop it up on the screen here eventually. Give everyone the side by side. Make a little clip right here. Here's Daniel Jones. Here's the guy.
No, we will post this. I'm trying to find it.
How hard is it to look up the Evil Dead cast?
Well, you want to see?
Yeah, no, I'd love to see
Low
it.
key, there are some remakes and stuff, so it might be
You
hard
tell
to
me
find
which
that.
buddy is which.
That's the guy that looks like Daniel Jones. I
Okay,
think.
but he's also 70 years old in this picture.
I'm just guessing.
See, I didn't think about that. That is true.
Vanilla Vic.
Vanilla Vic. Who came up with that?
I don't know.
We need to like, that needs to be like trademarked.
We can claim it.
Yeah, I think we're just going to claim it right now. We made it.
No, Vanilla Vic.
Yeah.
That came from Saquon, I think.
Oh, for real?
Swear.
Yeah.
Are you sure it didn't come from us?
Swear. No, I think they posted a clip of them scoring a touchdown. He's like Vanilla Vic.
No, I think he's kind of right because I feel like
That's
I've
raw.
seen this too.
No,
I think
no,
so.
no. We came up with it. Saquon didn't.
Yeah, no, Saquon stole it from us.
Dobbs, what is this movie?
Bro, you have to see it. It's such a good scary movie. When I tell you it's one of the
Oh,
top 5
bro.
scariest movies, no, not scariest. One of the top 5 scary movies that I've seen though, like in terms of quality.
What's it about? The Giants never winning another Super Bowl?
Actually, kind of in a way.
Look, I'm telling you, bro. This man.
No, see, actually, if we really to break down the plot,
Giants don't need to win another Super Bowl, in my opinion. I think for the rest of their
They have
franchise's
two-
history,
They have 2 unreal Super Bowls.
two
Yeah.
against the GOAT.
they
don't.
cheated. That was literally like the Jaguars walked in that bitch and won
They
this
don't-
year against not against the Chiefs, but against
They don't need
the
it.
Niners. I'm trying to think of
They
an
don't-
example.
They don't need
Look at
another
this
Super
fake
Bowl.
ass Daniel Jones.
I honestly
That
feel like
works.
the Texans
That's
will
him.
never, ever win a Super Bowl.
I think that
Like, they
the franchise
won't.
is going to be rebranded before
Bro,
they do.
it's so hard for them to do that. Like, damn.
Well, yeah, they have a
They just got
shitty
nothing,
fucking
bro. They
ownership.
just got nothing.
I mean, literally, bro, who does not lose that game? I'm come on, like
They should have just kept Lovey.
I think, yeah, this is something I think we should address. The Texans giving the Bears the first round pick, and we could probably call it. But
Yeah, let's do it. Let's end it on that.
my god, oh my god.
I was watching the game. I literally didn't even watch the Bears game because I knew what cause. But did they throw like Tim Boyle in?
yeah, he threw
They-
2 picks.
Yeah, they were like, Nathan Peterman's not getting it done. Let's put it Tim Boyle. Literally the
I
worst. Go ahead.
I think the plan was to get everyone playing time.
Oh yeah,
going into the game.
for sure.
Yeah.
But I think they're like, well, we're not losing comfortably enough. So I was literally just watching the Texans Colts game, and I was so sick. And I was like, no way this happens. There's zero chance. And then Davis Mills gets the ball. There's what, like a minute left, 2 minutes left? Starts driving. Hits Brandon Cooks on that toe tap. I was like, Brandon caught that in spite of their fucking organization. He was probably like, fuck y'all for not trading me. I'm catching this.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
But if you watch that Colts team, it didn't even look like they were playing defense. It did not look like they were playing defense.
Can I talk for a
Go
sec?
ahead.
They benefited from losing so much.
More than the Texans.
They moved up to the 4th seed, and now they actually have a shot to trade up to 1 to get Bryce Young or whoever they want
in front of
Bryce
their
Young.
division rival.
Because
Bryce Young in the Colts uni is turnt for no reason. I just have to throw that out there.
If Houston was still at 1, they would have no shot to get him. 1, they're not going to trade back, and 2, the Texans need a quarterback too. So it's like the Colts just like finessed themselves by losing on purpose, I think. Also, Buddy at the end, you sent in the picture of it too. Bro, how did he whiff that bad?
he had a pick earlier in that game.
He had a
too.
really good pick earlier in the day, so I'll
How
give
did
him a
he
break.
do that?
Yeah,
told
like
you.
onto Hunter's point. Maybe they just.
I think
wanted
they wanted to lose. And I also think, Lovey and Davis were like, bro, Davis, they're probably going to draft a quarterback next year regardless of where they're at, even at 2. Your job's fucked. Go out and ball. And Lovey's like, I'm getting fired, so fuck them. Let's go.
Random side note, this is where the Texans fucked up so atrociously
They should
bad.
have fired him
This-
before.
No, not even that. If I was the Texans, here's what I would do. I'd bring him in the office and I'd be like, Lovey, dude, here's what it comes down to, man. If you lose the game this week, I'll give you the job next year. And even if you don't mean it, that's the right decision to make. Like, you have to do that. Like, dude, I'll literally guarantee your jobs here next year. Just lose this week. Like, literally. Even if you're gonna do them bogus, that's the right decision because, like, now you're in this position. And literally,
I would have been like,
you can't make this up.
yo, Lovey, you see all this money under the table? It's all yours if you lose. Just don't fucking win the football game,
That's
bro.
even
Put
easier.
in Jeff Driscoll or someone.
That's even easier. Literally, it's like, it's totally viable. It's like, that's what I was gonna say. Like, and they played their best quarterback. It's like, what the, like, literally everything about it was just. The other week, Jeff Driscoll handed the ball off the wrong way. He literally handed the ball off the wrong way with the game on the line, and they started Davis Mills. Like, you can't even make this shit
That's
up.
what I'm saying.
They didn't start their guy who.
And there's, you can come up with the reason for everything. It's in, you won't even get fined for tanking or whatever. Just be like, well, we want to give Jeff Driscoll a chance. You literally just have to go out to the media and say that.
I also
And
See,
think
tanking's not
the
gonna even
thing is-
exist in a few more years. They're gonna make it the
They
lottery
would-
system and shit. Like, they screwed themselves so bad. This
I
is like-
agree.
They should have the lottery system in the NFL, though. I agree.
I agree that they should have been like, oh yeah, give Driscoll a chance, but it's like not even. You can't even say that he's like young or anything. He's been
Yeah,
in the
that's
league
true.
for a minute. Like, yeah, let's give our young guy a shot. Jeff Driscoll, who's been in the league for 6 years. Oh, this is not
Yeah,
obvious
no, that's
tanking.
true.
So
But,
it's
like,
like
who
it's
cares?
tough.
Maybe they're like the dual threat gives us a better chance
Yeah,
to win.
dual
that's a
threat.
great. That's
Yeah.
a great. Yeah, they
He's
could have
fast
the
as
dual threat of not
fuck,
knowing
dude.
if he's gonna hand it off to the wrong
He's
side.
really fast.
He's actually really quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this is just like a Jim Irsay, like big brain, thinking he's smart in the offseason. Like, oh yeah, we hired Jeff Saturday to do this exact thing. Like, no, dude, shut the hell up. You just hired him because he's your buddy. Like, it was, and it worked out perfectly because they hired a horrible coach, and now they have the 4th pick,
Apparently, he's one of the finalists already for the job.
and that's so disgusting because
You saw
oh
that?
my god, yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
I think honestly, regardless of how his relationship ended with the Bears, I do think Lovey has like a place in his heart for the Bears.
yeah.
And I think once he had that sit down with the GM and owner, and basically they told him he was out, I bet he was like, bet. And he's like, I'm going to win this game.
That shows how
Going-
incompetent this team is. I'm literally getting mad. I'm knocking my mic. They are so incompetent.
Yeah,
Going-
why would you have that meeting?
No. Lovey had it with them.
No, that's what I'm saying. Why would they tell
Even-
him that?
Oh, yeah. But,
There's nothing up here.
I think and like going for 2 was the total like teller of that whole situation. Like going for 2 tells you that like Lovey was ready to, he knew he was on his way out and he's like, fuck you guys. But the Colts, perfect position to trade up. There, you can tell they are. Chris Ballard's on the hot seat. You can tell Irsay is desperate to win. They have fucked up the quarterback position over and over and over again. They're going to give up a boatload
Well, that's
for a
what-
quarterback.
Dude, but this is the thing that I've been thinking. I'm gonna do like a mock sim call with Poles,
Okay,
the GM of the Texans, and Ballard.
like right now.
Yeah, just a mock call.
Okay,
Oh, I
just
like
want to
this.
call real quick.
Oh shit, this is
What?
Kurt.
Yeah. Oh, Ryan Poles here. Who am I speaking to?
This is you want to talk to Ursay first or
Yeah. Can I talk to Ursay?
okay, yeah, this is Ursay.
Okay. Yeah, Ursay, can you just tell me what's on the table? Say it's a first round pick. Our first round pick this year, first next year, second, and a couple other things. Oh, okay, cool. I really like that deal. I think I might do it with you. All right, now you come to the Texans GM. Now
Okay, Nick Casero is on the line for you, Mr. Poles.
Oh, is this the guy from the Texans? Yeah, sweet. So the Colts, they've already offered us so much, a boatload that like we cannot, no one can beat it. So I'm gonna need everything that you have possibly that you want, Texans, and we're just gonna take it from you. Otherwise, we're gonna give the division rival a quarterback. And that's just how it works out, I think.
We're literally in the most ideal spot.
2-12, give me your first next year, give me a second, whatever you want to give me. There ain't no players I want from the Texans, I'm gonna tell you that right now. So I don't maybe Laramie
Peter
Tunsil.
Brooks?
I was gonna. He's
Tunsil,
getting a little older
Tunsil.
for the rebuild, though.
Tunsil, my bad. I'll take Tunsil on the Bears for sure, but they wouldn't do that. But I'm just saying that's like the kind of thing that the Bears are just gonna uphold the Texans in this situation. The Colts are giving me everything I want right here. So either you do it or no.
Swap picks, Buckner, Pittman, a second, and a first next year.
Neck ass, bro. I hate those tweets so much. I'm actually like genuinely starting to get really fucking mad at Twitter, bro. It's
The
ridiculous.
trade Justin Fields rhetoric is horrible.
Well, there's just
Dude,
so much
I
going
can't
on.
stop.
Unrealistic trades. They're like, yeah, Buckner and like 5 picks from the Colts. That'll work. They would never do that. Second of all,
out of all places, Ursay would definitely be the guy to do it.
I'm just saying, like, it's so
loony.
much, bro. That's crazy. And like the drafting Bryce Young over Justin's shit, like it's getting ridiculous and out of hand.
No, that shit actually has me mad as fuck. Like
That
real
shit's
shit.
actually
Real
ridiculous.
shit. Mike Tannenbaum, whatever your damn name is. I saw that video.
Oh,
that
I saw it.
are you for real?
Wait, what video?
No, he's like, if I'm the Bears, and I'm trading Justin Fields for the number.
He said that we can
he's
get 6 good players out of trading Justin Fields.
yeah, and like for Bryce Young and stuff. I'm like, you know what? Pause. So Bryce Young is significantly smaller than Fields, significantly slower. If Fields was in this draft this year, he'd be the number 1 pick, and there's no question
Yeah.
about it. You could say that for the next couple ones. Maybe not next year with Caleb Williams, but like, no, dude, shut up. Why would you want to just go back in the rebuild? There's no point to that. And then in the tweet, it was like, oh, a former GM says this. Yeah, there's a fucking reason you're a former GM, bro. Like, no. Why would they ever in their right minds be like, oh, yeah, let me trade Justin Fields, this guy who's shown us something, and, maybe we can build around him for, a guy that we're going to just bring in, and probably he's going to die out here again.
I have a spin zone for you. What if they draft him
Stop.
and they run the shotgun formation, double barrel?
I knew you were saying that.
Oh,
Two
I knew
quarterbacks.
you were going to say that. I saw a fucking tweet that said that actually.
Stop.
I like legit. They were like dead ass too.
Yeah,
That's
no.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
No, but all right. I mean, we can wrap it up, but
I don't know. The
unless
Bears
y'all
trying to
have
move the
anything,
needle.
low key. Getsy's got some shit up his sleeve.
Jay Fields playing running QB.
So what is your opinion on Poles? How much does it change depending on his draft?
Oh, I'll say this from the start. I don't have an opinion yet on him, but like I said in the group chat earlier, this is arguably the biggest offseason in franchise history, and I don't think it's close. There's so much pressure on him to get the right things done and do everything right. And it's I was saying I felt bad for him because I kind of do. Like every little thing is micromanaged right now in this moment. The Bears control the draft. Bears control the free agency market. They control a lot of
entire
things.
career is defined
By this
this
year,
offseason.
this is what I'm saying. So like
Yeah.
he could
it's so
fuck it up
tough.
so bad.
and like never get a job as a GM ever again.
But this is where a great GM would take advantage of.
Yeah.
Because most GMs
That's what
don't
I'm
ever get
saying.
an opportunity like
I
this.
think he's
Like,
excited.
A lot of GMs would kill for
Genuinely.
this.
I think he's like genuinely. Okay, I know you said I would hope he'd be excited, like in our chat and stuff. Maybe excited is the wrong word. I think he's confident. I think he's very excited and very confident. Like he's ready to go.
Yeah, I think so too. And I'm just like it's a very big offseason, and for the next, this will basically be telling for the next 5 to 10 years because we're gonna have a lot of players coming in new and all this stuff. So it's like
Eberflus is drooling at
this
who
is-
he's about to get.
this is almost like make or break.
On the
Make or-
Flus juice. Welcome to Poles Island.
Yeah,
Poles
I'm
land.
here. Yeah,
Polesland.
but man, this is
Poles land.
I can't emphasize it more. This is Huge.
Devontae Adams, you're a
Huge.
bear.
You're a bear. Come on down.
I would love it.
Oh,
Takes,
jeez.
And Derek Carr is a Raven.
takes a lot
Because
of our money.
I know he's old and he is on a fat contract. I think he has like 4 more years in the tank. To be honest.
But everyone gets scared after 30. You know what
There
I'm
are
saying?
and there's dudes
But
who
he
just
looks-
fall.
Oh, no,
off
no,
out
no,
of
yeah.
nowhere,
No, that's
where they
also
will
true.
Drop like
No,
700
yeah.
yards, and you're like, whoa.
I think
No,
he's
yeah.
diffy
Like,
though.
No, he's a completely.
I can't even say that Julio fell off.
That was like the most
rock,
recent
bro.
example. Like
Yeah.
when they
I
go
feel
from
like
1500 to like
He's never
600.
had
or-
injury
or-
issues, yeah.
Devontae never really had
That's
injuries
true,
like
yeah.
that.
D-Hop and Devontae on the Bears?
Stop. Okay, now we're playing Madden. Now we're playing Madden.
could get D-Hop for
It would be possible they have to give up like all the assets.
No, it'd be. I
third.
think third, second, maybe.
I don't think second. I don't think second.
The Cardinals will try. The Cardinals will try to get a second.
Oh,
I don't
of course
think
they will.
And they could if it's a desperate team. They could.
Patriots.
That's where I
Thanks,
see him
guys.
going.
Thank you.
Go Chargers.
Whoa.